Johnny Depp is staying at a TV host's house instead of a fancy hotel. Yeah, that. Sound crazy, right? But guess what? It's true. And honestly, it might be one of the most Johnny Depp things ever. Think about it. This man can stay anywhere he wants. Super fancy hotels, private houses, castles in Europe if he wants to. He can wake up to ocean views in Malibu or drink coffee on a Paris balcony without anyone bothering him. But instead, he chose a friend's house, a quiet private home. And Hollywood is going wild because in a town where celebrities compete for the most expensive room, where looks are everything, where you're judged by the car you drive and the room you book, Johnny Depp just showed up like, yeah, I'm good. I'll stay at my buddy's place. And honestly, it says a lot. It tells you exactly where his heart is. Right now, it shows what really matters to him. And more than that, it tells us something about the new Johnny time, the quiet time, the peaceful time, the I don't need to impress anyone time. Before we get deeper into this, take a second and imagine it. No flashing hotel lobby, cameras, no whispering guests, no staff watching every move, just Johnny walking into a warm home, bags in hand, smiling, like he's about to enjoy a little peace. It's almost beautiful, right? If you've been following Johnny lately, you've probably noticed this change. He's calmer, more steady, more careful about where he shows up. He's choosing comfort over craziness, real friendships over fake Hollywood energy. And this story, this choice fits perfectly with that. Now let's talk about why this matters. Johnny didn't do this because he couldn't get a hotel. Please, Johnny Depp can get a room anywhere in the world with one phone call. He didn't do this because he wanted attention. Actually, it's the opposite. He did it because he wanted peace. He did it because he values real human friendship. He did it because sometimes sitting on a friend's couch with a cup of coffee means more than room service and shiny floors. And let's be real, after everything he's been through, who can blame him? Years of cameras in his face, courtrooms, people choosing sides, strangers yelling opinions online, every move watched, twisted, and judged. That kind of life drains you. It makes you want quiet moments. It makes you want real things. It makes you want to be around people who don't just want a photo. They actually care. So picture it, Johnny sitting in a cozy living room, maybe a guitar leaning in the corner, maybe some candles lit, maybe a dog laying on the rug, music playing softly in the background, and no one trying to film him, no one asking questions, no noise, no chaos, just a home, warmth, peace. You know, when you reach a certain point in life, when you've seen fame, felt it, survived it, and seen its dark side, what you start wanting isn't glamour. It's quiet. It's trust. It's people who knock on your door, not because you're famous, but because they care. And that's what this moment feels like. Johnny didn't pick a hotel. He picked a home. He picked comfort. He picked healing. He picked friendship, and the world noticed. People online started asking, why is he staying there? Who is the host? What's going on? Is he hiding something? Is something big coming? Rumors flew, guessing everywhere. Fans curious. Media confused. Hollywood insiders whispering. Some thought it was a secret project. Some thought it was a privacy thing. Some thought he was avoiding the spotlight. And here's the truth. It's simple. Sometimes the greatest power move is choosing simple things. Johnny didn't need to show off. He didn't need to prove anything. He didn't need fancy lights and velvet curtains and golden elevators. He needed a kitchen where he could make coffee and relax. He needed a quiet living room where he could sit and think. He needed real people around him. And honestly, that's beautiful. It's refreshing in a world obsessed with looks. It's humble in a place built on big egos. It's steady in an industry that often floats above reality. It tells us this is a man who lived the highs and survived the lows. Someone who tasted fame's sweetness and its poison. Someone who has nothing left to prove except to himself. And let's talk about the host. People keep guessing a respected TV personality. Someone he trusts deeply. Someone who values privacy. Someone who isn't using him for fame. That alone says everything. Because real friendships in Hollywood, rare, almost like a myth, the kind you protect, the kind you don't. Talk about publicly, the kind where you say, stay here. This is home. And apparently that's exactly what happened. Sources say the house had a creative vibe. Think guitars, books, art vinyl, records, warm lamps, music humming in the background. A place where inspiration breathes. A place where you can just be a human being, not a headline, not a topic, not a trending hashtag, just a friend, just a person, living life quietly and freely. And here's the beautiful twist. The world expects celebrities to act like gods, but the ones who survive fame the longest learn to live like humans. Johnny isn't chasing attention. He's choosing peace. He's growing quietly. He's rebuilding softly. He's letting life breathe again. And while everyone else is screaming for spotlight, he's choosing the background, but somehow shining brighter than ever. This move also tells us something about where he's heading creatively. People close to him say he's in a calm, artistic phase. Writing, thinking, planning, playing music, choosing projects carefully, surrounding himself with creative souls, not business noise. And when Johnny gathers energy like this, history shows magic comes next. Pirates happen after quiet years. Some of his greatest artistic moments came from silence, from stillness, from stepping away before stepping forward. So yes, this little detail, this house stay, it's more than a random choice. It's a symbol, a whisper of what's coming, a message to the world. I'm here. I'm calm. I'm creating, and I don't need noise to prove it. Those words aren't loud, but they are powerful. They don't roar, they breathe. They don't push, they flow. They don't demand attention. They attract it naturally, because sometimes silence speaks louder than clapping. Sometimes a quiet room carries more truth than a crowded stage. And sometimes a man doesn't need to announce his return. His energy announces it for him. Think about it. Johnny Depp could easily step in front of cameras and yell, I'm back. He could go on talk shows, do magazine covers, walk every red carpet. He could turn everything into a big show. Hollywood would welcome that. They love noise, drama, headlines, explosions. But Johnny has always been different. He has always been the storm that walks softly, the mystery in the corner of the room, the artist who doesn't chase the spotlight. The spotlight follows him out of curiosity. And right now, he's choosing the quiet path, not because he needs to hide, but because he finally doesn't need to prove anything. He has lived, loved, fallen, fought, defended himself, and risen again. Why scream now when stillness already speaks for him? Rumors say new film talks are happening. Not rushed, but thoughtful. Not loud, but meaningful. Scripts with depth. Characters with soul. Stories that matter, not just projects that sell. There are whispers in the industry that he's been reading scripts in peace, discussing creative ideas behind closed doors. Talking not about fame, but about art. Art that breathes, art that feels, art that reminds the world who Johnny Depp really is. Not the headline version, but the human one. And the music. Oh, the music. Rumors say new songs are forming quietly in dimly lit rooms between laughter and late-night conversations. Not rushed studio tracks, but raw, honest melodies. Music born from lived experiences, not computers or charts. Music from the soul of someone who has lived on both sides of fame, the bright side and the shadowed one. When you go through storms like Johnny has, you don't create noise, you create truth. And truth doesn't need marketing. It needs time. It needs space. It needs silence to grow into something powerful. He's in what people call a peaceful rebirth, a new start, but a gentle one. Not fireworks, more like sunrise. Slow, soft, beautiful, bound to happen. The world wakes up gradually to it, not all at once. You don't realize the light is returning until suddenly everything around you is golden again. That's Johnny right now. A quiet rise, not a loud comeback, because loud comebacks are for people who want attention. Quiet rises are for legends who already earned it. And when someone like Johnny rises quietly, the earth moves louder when he takes the stage again. It's like the universe holds its breath. People look up without knowing why. A hush falls, not because he demands it, but because his presence creates it. Legends don't need a countdown. They don't need hype. They don't need noise. They return with quiet confidence, and the world adjusts around them. Think of it like this. Some stars burn bright and fade fast. Johnny burns slow and deep, like a candle in a dark room. You don't see it screaming in the sky, but it lights hearts, one by one. Silently, it warms instead of blinds. It stays instead of shattering. This house stay. It's a sign of that energy. It's a small choice that carries a huge truth. He's not chasing Hollywood. Hollywood is waiting for him. He's not trying out for belief. He already earned loyalty. And every quiet moment he takes now, it's fueling something. A new chapter, a new creative wave, a watch me when I'm ready time. Because when artists like Johnny step back, they don't disappear. They gather strength. They collect emotions. They breathe inspiration. They return not as they were, but changed, deeper, sharper, calmer, stronger. So let the world whisper. Let the industry guess. Let the rumors swirl. Because when the music drops, when the camera rolls, when Johnny steps forward again, it won't be ordinary. It will be one of those moments where people say, ah, there he is. Not surprised, but satisfied. Like watching a king return to his throne quietly with grace, knowing he never really left. This isn't absence. This is preparation. This is a heartbeat before the next verse. This is an artist sharpening his soul. And soon the world will feel the footsteps, not from shouting, but from silence turning into art. And that kind of return is the most powerful one of all. So let's take a moment and appreciate this. A superstar choosing a friend's couch over a fancy hotel. A legend choosing peace over spotlight. A man choosing heart over hype. There's something incredibly human about it. Something soft. Something brave. Something rare. Because quiet. Confidence. That's real confidence. Walking away from noise. That's power. Being comfortable in simple things. That's maturity. And honestly, it's inspiring. In a world where everyone wants to look impressive, Johnny reminds us it's okay to just be. It's okay to choose soul over luxury. It's okay to rest. It's okay to heal. It's okay to choose real people. It's okay to live for yourself, not for cameras. Let this be a reminder for all of us. Success isn't always loud. Sometimes success is sitting in a quiet kitchen with a cup of tea, smiling, because you finally feel free. And now I want to ask you, if you had the choice, would you stay in a famous hotel filled with cameras, or would you choose a cozy home with warmth, privacy, and real people? Tell me in the comments which one would you pick, hotel or home? And how do you feel watching Johnny choose peace? Do you like this quiet time of his life? Do you think it's leading to something big? Are you excited for this softer, wiser, steady version of him? Let's talk about it. I'm reading your comments. And before you go, don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed this story. Subscribe to stay updated on every deep dive into Hollywood's most human moments. And if you're curious, what's coming next in Johnny's journey? Trust me, you'll want to stick around. Watch the next video after this. It's all about his quiet comeback plan, and you don't want to miss it. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Stay curious, stay kind, stay real. And remember, sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is choose peace.